Lately, life has been pushing me to change and grow in ways that I didn't expect. And there's so much uncertainty ahead in my journey right now that I'm forced to learn to trust. And it's uncomfortable and I'm uneasy and I'm indecisive, but I realize that this is exactly the process of evolution. This is exactly how we grow and evolve through life. And so if you've ever felt unsure or lost about where to go in your life and how to deal with the uncertainty of it all, then this video is for you. I'm taking this Novos Core longevity supplement. I'm not super consistent with it, but when I remember, I will take this. The founder of Novos was a guest on my podcast. We had a whole episode about how to slow down aging and what like the keys to longevity are. So if you're interested in that, I'll link that podcast down below. Hi my loves, it's Aileen. Good to see you. So I wanted to make a life update video sharing what I'm going through and what I'm learning right now. It's just a way to be a little bit more personal with you. I feel like a lot of my videos lately have been just sharing actionable tips, and I do want a way to share my personal, like what I'm going through right now, because I think it can also be helpful. So I'm in a stage of life where there's definitely change and evolution, and with that comes closing down or saying goodbye to certain parts of my life and career and business, and then an opening of doors in other areas. And if I'm being honest, this really has been like a slow change process for the past year or so, or maybe longer than that, I don't know. But I do feel like for a while I haven't found like a solid footing. I'm in an experimenting, exploring, learning phase where I'm still trying to figure things out. It's funny how I've been doing this career, I've been running this business for like 10 years, but I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. But life is always guiding me towards certain directions, and I am simply here to just follow and flow and trust in that guidance, even though it can be difficult. So one aspect of change is I want to kind of like switch up the strategy and the content for Lavendaire, mainly Instagram. I want to like make more Instagram series. So if you like short form videos and you're curious to see what I create on there, I'm planning to experiment with more series on Instagram and YouTube Shorts. So yeah, and then with YouTube, I feel like I'm still going to be posting the tips, but I am trying to explore what's a new format of a video that I can share my personal journey and life. I did the Diary of Becoming series last year for about 6 months-ish. Let me know how you felt about that series. I really enjoyed making it because it mixed my life with journaling, and I could share my lessons like through the journaling voice. But I don't know, something about the format didn't click with people, and I'm still figuring that out. So maybe, do you guys want to see vlogs? How do you want to learn about me? Because instead of like outside of the actionable tips, I do want to bring you along the journey of my life. One thing I've learned in the past couple years, and it's still a lesson that's like in my face, is when things don't go well and not the way that you expect, it is a nudge for you to learn something. To put it simply, either it's a nudge for you to like explore another path, or it's a nudge to remind you like, hey, you're still a student. You don't know everything. You need to go back. You need to reflect. You got to see what went wrong and you got to learn from it. And you just got to go back to school. So I feel like in my business, I'm in a phase where I have to go back to school. I have to learn. I have to go back from the ground up. Also because doing Lavendaire for so long, our audience has evolved and grown over the years. The people watching now are probably not the same people that were watching 5, 6, 7 years ago, like earlier. So I have to, remember to like evolve with you guys. Like Lavendaire has to evolve as the audience evolves. And that means like, I don't know, everything has to refresh and change every few years. I am figuring out how to move forward or how to end certain parts of the business so that I can just have the enough energy to give to like the new exciting projects that I have moving forward. So I got, a couple really good feeling, like whole body yes feeling opportunities regarding projects that I really care about. And I've shared about it before on the channel. So one project is the book that I've been trying to write for like 10 years. Obviously, I'm happy I didn't write it like back then. There were many opportunities for me to write a book, like either publishers reached out or someone wanted to like work with me on a proposal, and it just fell through always. And this year, like synchronicity happened. I got introduced and blah, blah, blah. So the ball is rolling, and that's what's really exciting. But there's a caveat that I might have to shift things around with the team that's working on this book. I don't know. I've been in a very indecisive, taking my time to figure out what the next big steps are, because it really matters right now. So anyway, that's all I can say right now. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what choice I'm gonna make moving into this, but I do want to say the ball is rolling. I've been working on the book proposal, but I was saying I'm glad that it took so long and I didn't do it earlier, because I have so much more wisdom and perspective now that I feel like I am the best version to create this book that I've always wanted to create. So that's something coming up. And then another thing that I've spoken about before is creating an app. So I want to create a tool for life design in the digital form. So imagine like the next evolution of what the Artist of Life workbook could be, something digital that you can use to plan everything from your goals, break it down to your habits, everything from how to live aligned to your values and what matters most to you in life. And to be able to track it all and to be able to see your growth and your progress in a digital space. Those are two projects that are really exciting to me, but they're projects that invest a lot of time and sometimes money into it. And anyway, that's kind of the main update, is like things are shifting for me. I know what's exciting and I know what's not exactly exciting, but it's hard for me to like figure out what to do with the parts that are not super exciting, because sometimes it's about maintaining and keeping things up. But anyway, through this entire process, what I have learned about the uncertainty of the journey and the uncertainty of the future is you really have to connect with yourself and connect to that inner knowing that knows that this is the right choice for you. And it's different for everyone. I'm a person who has a strong gut feeling according to my human design. If you guys know human design, or if you haven't heard of it, definitely look it up. Look up your type. I have a couple podcasts on it on the Lavendaire Lifestyle podcast, but my personal human design authority is the sacral, which means that I best make my decisions off of the gut feeling off of the feeling that I get in my body. Like if my body feels good and expansive and excited and happy at a certain opportunity or decision, then that is the right direction for me. And if it's anything else but that, if it's like I'm not sure, or if it's like a restrictive feeling or an uncomfortable feeling, then that means it's not right for me, or not right for me right now. Like it might be right later on down the line, but not right now. And my biggest struggle is trusting that. Trusting my gut, trusting my intuition, because I logic my way through it. I'm always like rationalizing, this doesn't make sense, like logically, like, or this should be what's best for me, and I don't know, or sometimes it's just fear. Sometimes I talk myself out of making a choice because of fear of change. Oh my gosh, if I change this in my life, or if I change this in my business, if I let this go, then how am I going to deal with it? How am I going to, it's going to be so difficult. I'm going to have to struggle through this. I'm going to have to figure this out. I'm going to have to learn so much. So there's definitely like the fear and the mind and the self-doubt that holds you back from making the right decisions. But ultimately, if you stay connected, and if the more you learn to trust and the more you learn to connect, the more aligned you will be towards making decisions in your life. It's not easy, but I'm learning to trust. I'm learning to trust, and I'm learning to flow with the guidance of life I'm learning to trust my energy and my intuition and that feeling in my body. And I'm also learning to embrace the fact that things are not always going to be okay. Like things are not always going to be successful or put together, and things will be messy at some times, and they might break down, and there might be like a hiatus or a pause. I might have to slow down. I'm embracing all of that as a part of life, because life is not just success, success, success all the way up. Life is the ups and downs, the reflections, the learning, the misalignment, and the realignment. And that's what I'm going through. I think we're always going through this. We're always either misaligned, realigned, misaligned, realigned. Like sometimes we are like so in flow, feeling so great, so like aligned with where we should be in life, and life feels really good and life is moving. Sometimes we're in that stage, and sometimes I do feel like I'm in that stage. Other times it's like a struggle. Where am I? What should I be doing? But through it all of the uncertainty, I think it's very important to be able to anchor yourself in what's important. So of course, you always want to be anchored in your values and knowing that you're living aligned to your values and what matters to you, right? For me, I anchor myself in self-love and self-worth, self-compassion, to know that whatever happens in this journey, I still love myself. I still take care of myself. The older I get also, I prioritize my self-care and well-being more and more. And I find that the more I prioritize that, then like I'm good. No matter like the success or failures I have in my career or other parts of life, as long as I am happy and healthy, like taking care of my body, making sure that my body feels good every day. I'm getting enough sleep, I am exercising, I'm eating well, I am doing my skincare routine, I'm stretching, I'm drinking water, staying hydrated, like making sure that I have the basics down, then that's what's important. Also, like the social aspect is important too, making sure I connect with my loved ones. Like if I'm feeling not that great, I can just make a call, like call someone in my life and feel better just from the social connection aspect. So know what really matters to you in life, know what your basics are. Like what is the foundation that you can take care of, that you can control, and focus on always taking care of that part. Because if you have that down, then it makes you better prepared, better equipped to handle everything else in life. The uncertainty, like all the things that you cannot control and cannot predict, it helps you handle and manage and navigate that better. So I'm in a stage of my career where I feel like I have to do the pause and reflect and learn before I can move forward with a good pace again. Because you have to take a break sometimes and reflect. You can't just be like go, 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 constantly doing, moving, creating. You have to take a pause, reflect, slow down. Okay, what needs to be changed? What needs to be tinkered with and improved? So that's where I'm at. In terms of life stage, I am also, I'm 34 now, and I have this like feeling that I have only like a couple years, 2 to 3 years maybe, before my life changes and I possibly, maybe become a mom. So that's also like reality, right? Reality, and you have to work out the timeline in real time. Like, okay, if this is gonna happen and this is around the age that it might happen, then I have the last 2-ish years that I can truly learn to savor for myself and enjoy my own company, do everything that I want to do for myself, by myself, basically savor life as this current version of me that I honestly love so much. I honestly love my life. I love my daily life, my peaceful life, my everyday with Togi at home, my creations, my inspirations. I love that I'm at this stage actually where I'm kind of at the beginning of something new, and that part is really exciting for me, even though it is hard to like let some things go. But I'm excited that I still have a year or two to fully dedicate myself to like the creations I want to put out in the world. Like the book I mentioned, it's been a lifelong dream and something I've been seriously thinking about for like literally almost 10 years. And yeah, I don't want to say it's like I have a deadline, but in a sense, I do have like a limited timeline to savor this life as myself. And so that's why life is so much more precious, and I'm really being intentional with how I spend my time because it really matters. If you're also going through a similar life stage, let me know how you're feeling and dealing with it in the comments down below. How are you savoring this time with the current version of yourself that you know is going to change very soon? All right, the sun is setting, so I will wrap up the life update here, but let me know down below, do you like hearing life updates from me? What type of content do you want to see from me outside of like the how-tos and the meditations and affirmations? I have some ideas of new series in my mind that I'm going to test as well, but let me know if you have any ideas or anything that you would love to see from me, or inspiration from other creators that you're like, oh, I love that type of video or that format or that topic. Let me know if you want to see me make it as well. Comment down below with all of your feedback. It's really appreciated. And I will also link down below like our email list, because if you want to stay updated with like the book, the app, or anything else that I am working on, then that will be the place where you can be the first to know and possibly be like early tester, that kind of thing. All right, sending you so much love. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Bye.